Hi, this is Mr. Roberts at Shasta High School, and I understand that you're going to be gone for a while, either because of contact tracing or perhaps illness. We miss you, and we're looking forward to you coming back to class. Things are different when people are gone. I'm sure your group misses you, and that they hope you return soon. While you're gone, I need you to check Google Classroom daily for the class assignments. For the homework assignments. Those are the things that you're supposed to do away from class. But from that, I also want to talk about the extra things that you need to do to make up for the fact that you're missing class time. So let's take a look at Google Classroom real quick and see if we can't look at a few things. So we are looking here at a list of assignments for Chapter 1. And on the date that I was recording this, due today, are problems 81 through 85. They occurred in section 1.3.2 of the textbooks, Chapter 1, Part 3, Section 2. And if I open that up, you'll see that the problems were 81 to 85. And also every day, there will always be a link to your CPM ebook, and there will also be a link to this thing that's a sway, just a way for me to organize some things to hand out to you easily. If I click in and I open this for Chapter 1, you can see that as an introduction what the chapter is about. But if we scroll down a little bit, we get to a point where it says Homework Help. And what I try to do here is post at a minimum my written solution. So these are PDF files you can click and view my work for each of them. But I also try to record videos where I talk through these problems. Whenever you do click a link in Sway, they're concerned that the links could be unsafe, and they're warning you about that. These are things that I maintain, and I promise it'll only be a link to a YouTube video or to a PDF file. So you can click this Trust All Links from in this way for this session, but you'll have to click that every time. Probably lawyers, and no offense to any lawyers or children of lawyers that are watching. Once you open that up, welcome. You will see a presentation of the work here, and if you scrub along the bottom, you can quickly get to the problem that you would like to see. For example, if you weren't exactly sure what was happening with question 83, you can see that there and view that and move on. So those will always be available to you, along with the link to the ebook. So now let's open up the ebook and talk about the things that you need to do in your absence. So in addition to the homework problems, right, let's take a look at, we'll open up the Math 1 book. In that very last section, 1.3.2, let me open that up. The homework problems are at the bottom of the page, right, but there's things that we do clearly during class time. And generally for honors class, we do almost all of these, and we do a limited section of them for CP, a little bit smaller section of them. But for example, for this section, the homework always is going to start down here where it says review and preview. But up above, right here at the very beginning, there's a title, a subtitle, and a brief explanation of what's happening in this section. So in class, when we did this particular section, we did do all of 73. We did a table that looked like 74 in our notes. And then questions 75 and 76 were cool because when we go through and we do that, we start to get an idea of what a negative exponent is, and we start to get an idea of what an exponent of 0 means. So that was a nice thing about those problems. We did 77, I think we did some of the periods, and 78, and you could probably consider those optional. Another thing I want to make sure you're aware of and looking at while you're gone is anytime you see in the textbook a section labeled Math Notes, Method and Meaning, make sure you pay close attention to those. Read through them very carefully, and anything that you see here, feel free to add to your notes as a reference for you that you can keep with you. So that's a kind of a basic overview of what happens or what I would like for you to do if you're not able to join us during class time. Sometimes I'll mix things up. I do things a little bit differently, but in your absence, following along and doing those things are going to help you keep current in class and be ready to return. Sorry, that's glitching out. This is Mr. Roberts. I look forward to seeing you return again soon. Have a good day.